Hello guys, Aniket here. In this video I'm going to show you how to get rid of the make config debug section mismatch error while you're building a ROM. This error usually happens when you have defined the ROM and kernel TCs in a board config.mk. There are basically two options. You just have to remove them from your board config.mk, and since the ROM most of the ROMs already have it predefined, so you don't have to point out the kernel and ROM TCs in your board config. The ROM will do the job itself. Some ROMs don't have it defined, like some let's say slim ROMs don't have it defined. If I try to compile slim marshmallow and I don't define the ROM and kernel TC in the board config, it will leave out the ROM TCU blank while I try to build the ROM. So if you want to define the TCs and TCs used for ROM and kernel, you just have to edit a file in the in build core combo target dash linux dash arm.mk. So let's say you have this error here. Let me just run this command here. Just a second. Even if I try to run this command, if I wanted, let's say I go to the desired kernel directory and try to run this command, it will basically, as you can see, it will basically run into more errors. So you just have to remove the TCs from the board config.mk. If I try to edit the file here, as you can see, I have already defined the ROM and kernel toolchain here, so I don't have to do that. Instead, you can do one thing. You just have to go to the directory named build core combo. Then there you will see a lot of MK files. There are two MK files that you have to take a look at. These are the ARM64 and ARM.mk. So the ARM64.mk is for 64-bit devices like OnePlus 2 and you know, the other couple of 64-bit devices like Eureka and you know, a lot of 64-bit devices. And the ARM.mk is for 32-bit devices. So I'm just going to edit the ARM.mk as I'm building for a 32-bit device. So now I will edit it and I will define the ROM and kernel TC here. So if you want to define the kernel TC, it is located right here. You will take a look at under target GCC version _ exp. So if you want to define the target the kernel TC, you just have to look up for target GCC version here, or you can what you can do is just copy paste the command that I have given in the description for kernel TC, as you can see here. Then you can define it according to your own needs. Like if the ROM has ARM-EA if the ROM has 4.8 toolchain for kernel, you have to define it like this. And if you want to define the ROM toolchain, you just have to add _ exp space is equal to 4.9, because most of the ROMs use a 4.9 toolchain, which is the over toolchain. So once you have defined it, you just have to save the file, and you just have to remove the TCs defined in the board config.mk. Well, I was just about to do it. You just have to remove it from here. You just have to delete it. Some ROMs have different ROM and kernel TCs already defined. Like the ROM I was building, the VA Toxin ROM, it already has a ROM and kernel TC of its own. Like the name is goes like this. Let me just show you. As you can see, some ROMs have different names for kernel and ROM TCs. As you can see, I'm compiling VRDocs ROM, so it has it like this. Okay, so and it will solve your error. There won't be no issue of the kernel mismatch error you are getting. You just have to remove the TCs from the boot config, that's it, and define it in another place that I just showed you. You just have to go to the desired path, build core combo target linux -arm.mk or arm64.mk if your device is a 64-bit device, and just paste the desired value for the kernel and ROM DC. So I guess that's it. Because a lot of people were getting this problem, and they couldn't find a suitable solution for it. Most of the people can remove the TC, and the ROM will do the job itself. Meaning like you don't have to define it separately. The ROM will already take the default values for kernel and ROM DC, so you don't have to define it. But most ROMs need some TCs to be defined, so you can do it within the ROM as I showed you. You just have to edit the file that I showed you like this, like build core combo, and you just have to define the values here. For some ROMs it's different, but as you can see, the 64-bit file is also the same. You just have to define it like this. If you want to define NDK version and GCC version and GCC version EXP, you can do it. That's not an issue. You just have to define these values here, and it will solve the issue. It will result into no problem. So I guess that's it. If you have any queries regarding this, or you have trouble doing this, just let me know. I will make a more easy way to do it. So I guess that's it from me. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please rate, comment and subscribe, like this video, share with your friends that are getting this problem, and I guess it will help you in building the ROM. Okay, thanks, peace.